Good morning, Chem 1010 students. It is week 4, and you should be preparing for your midterm exam if you haven't taken it already. And so that is the number one priority to get that taken. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got going on this week besides that. You will see a news item here. As soon as I'm finished making the video, I will make a week 4 news item reminding you about the midterm. But let's jump into the content and see what we've got going on right now and the rest of the week. So this is your midterm exam. It is active. It went active first thing Monday morning. Don't open it until you're ready to take the exam. The timer starts. You have one attempt and X minutes. It's 75 minutes long. I forgot to update that. Timer starts as soon as you open it. You will be showing your work on quite a few questions. So have your scratch paper ready, your blank paper to do your work. On all the show your work questions, you have to show your work. You could do work on other questions on that same page. That's absolutely fine. But the show your work questions, if you are answering them, you should show your work. If you are guessing at them, put that for your work. But do show some work. It doesn't have to be complete work. I know that you're going to maybe be a little sloppy writing units and things like that. That's fine. I just need to I need to follow the numbers. So make sure you're putting the numbers that you used in the equation that you used. I know you're using your calculators to do the calculations. You don't have to show any longhand calculations or anything. Just set up your formula, set up your equations, put the numbers in, then go punch them on the calculator and then type in your answer. That's fine. I just want to make sure that you're not just wildly guessing, that you're actually physically doing something to get that answer. All right, so do that. There's your Dropbox for showing your work after the exam. It's also linked in the description of the exam. I think it's in the footer of the exam. I meant to put it in the footer. I will check. I try to do that for the quizzes from now on. All right, so this is your module 4. It is it actually was live earlier, but you probably have not had a chance to look at anything. It's gases and energy for module 4. You want to get started on this as soon as you finish your midterm. The reading and the videos, again, they've been ready. You've got 2 chapters again this week, but we're only taking parts of those 2 chapters. And so here are the sections indicated that you should read. The videos are posted there for chapter 6 and chapter 7. That's where we are in the textbook. Again, those are the videos kind of walking you through most of the topics in those chapters. If you ever find you need another video or another explanation, please reach out and ask. Your homeworks and quizzes, I decided not to start them yet because I don't want you getting confused before you take your midterm. So they will be starting tomorrow, but you do have homework 7 and 8. Typically, the first homework of the week will be due early, and our calendar does say it's due early this week, but you'll notice I went ahead and moved the due date out to the same as the second homework just because you're taking the midterm. So look at the due dates. Keep an eye on the due dates. This one is extended a little bit. I'm not going to change the calendar. This is our normal due date for homework. Normal as in this is the 4th time we're doing it. You've got your quiz, and I did move the due dates for all the quizzes to the Sunday evening. We talked about that last week or the week before. And then this is your work for the quiz. Again, I have not opened these yet because I want you to focus on the midterm. These will all open up tomorrow. If you get ready and you need something opened up before then, just reach out. I'll open it up early if I need to. You do have a lab this week. Again, I haven't opened it up yet. There's some background information. There's actually a pre-lab this week. This is a little new because I want you to check your answers on the pre-lab before you do the actual experiment. So this will allow you to punch in some numbers for a pre-lab and then check them. I'll work this into the lab grade. I'll have to do that by hand, as always. So I want you to punch those in and check them because your ability to get the right answer on the lab depends on you having the right answers on the pre-lab. And so that's a little bit different, but it's not any longer than our previous labs have been combined. There will be some show your work on the lab. I'm going to do what I did for the Penny Lab, is give you that option to attach the homework to the questions where you're doing it, since it's I don't want to do that on a quiz just because there's so much going on a quiz and an exam. I want you to worry about uploading it later. But for a lab report, I think I'm going to have you upload your work right there with the question. That makes it's not about you, it's about me. It makes it easier for me to grade that question when I see the work right there. So that is what we have going on this week. That is Module 4. Modules 5, 6, and 7 are still yet to do, and they will be coming up, and the material will be coming available as you wrap up Module 4. And then we'll have our final exam. Guys, we're getting close to the end. You should be keeping an eye on your grades. Oops, quizzes is where you can get to everything. That's not where I meant to go. You remember, you can go to the quizzes page and you can go back and see previous attempts. If there is no end date, like for example, I have not turned back on quiz 3, but I have been turning back on the assignments so you can go in and practice more. All the previous assignments, you can go back in and practice more, or look at your previous attempts if you want to. And so keep an eye on that. This is building as we get more things. There's your labs. Again, they're not quite open yet. And then keep an eye on your grades. That's where I wanted to go. Keep an eye on your grades as you look down this list. There we go. If there are any notes, I think they show up here. This little bar means you can see the class statistics. So, for example, for quiz 2, all right, the class average was 87.6. So that may make you feel better about yourself. That, I don't know, that may not make you feel better about yourself. But this just allows you to see the class averages. And so we see, whoop, yeah, I need to change that. Nope, I need to change that. So keep an eye on your grades as we go down. If you see a grade here that looks wrong, please reach out and ask me about it. All right. Let me remind you that you can see our calendar in our weekly updates. The week 4 video link will be here. This is our calendar. We are right here on February 10th. You are working on the midterm. It is due Tuesday evening by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, Chattanooga time, and then Module 4. I made this comment in the content. Homework 7 is not actually due on Thursday. I pushed the due date to be February 15th along with Homework 8. But do get started on both of those just as soon as possible. But they're both going to be due on Saturday. Quiz 4 and your Lab 5 are due on Sunday. And then Module 5 begins Monday. I will be working on your midterm grades after your midterm exam and posting those. So you'll see midterm grades sometime this week. All right. And then we have Module 5. Module 6, you'll notice if we just look ahead a little bit, is a little bit shorter so that we can squeeze Module 7 in there and give you 2 days to take your final exam. Class is over on Friday, March 7th. Then we begin spring break. Hopefully you're looking forward to that. And so Module 6 is going to have a little bit of a shortened of a due date. So I've highlighted it so you can see that it's a little out of the ordinary. Then Module 7 is a little shortened, but they're shorter. It's shorter amounts of material. And at the same time, you're preparing for the final exam. All right, hang in there, guys. You got this. Moving right along. Reach out if you have any questions.